Hello everybody, welcome back to another Python tutorial. Today we're going to look at how to read from a file. I created a video a couple of videos back, how to write to a file, a text file in Python, and today we're going to read from that text file. And feel free to check out my Office chatbot if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel if you like this content. Anyway, let's just get right to it. This is the code from the last tutorial where we wrote to a text file. And we wrote to this text file, which I changed a bit of the text just to show you. Let me get rid of this line and save it. Just to show you more text that we can read from and kind of give you an example as we read through it. So here is the syntax from writing. So we could either put a W for write, A for append, or X for create. And then read is actually R. So we're going to forget about all of this because we are not writing to the file. But the rest of it's the same. Well, not this part, but the rest of it above that statement is the same. So we have our path, we have the text file, and we join it. So we join both the path and the file name. To make the full path is what this variable is called, and it's stored there. And then we use the open function, and we use the R mode for read. Okay? And then now we can actually print what we want to read. So, for example, let's just go ahead and print opener.read. All right, and then I'll go down here and I'll spell Python wrong, and we will read the whole entire file. So that's what that does. It reads the entire file from start to finish. That might not be what you want. Maybe you want to read lines at a time, or maybe you want to read just a single line, or maybe you want to read X amount of characters from a line. So we can actually do all of that. And that's the first thing I'm going to show you is how to read X amount of characters from a line. So let's say we wanted to read, let's look at the text file. So that is what, 7 characters total, because the space counts as a character. And if we pass in 7 into the read function, or method rather, and we run this, we can see that we get it only reads 7 characters. So I'm not sure what case that would be that you only want to read certain characters, but that is an option. And then besides that, we can also do a read line, and that will read the first line from the text file. This is the text on the first line. Okay, and you can do that multiple times. So if I do it 3 times and we go ahead and run, we get this is text on the first line, this is text on the second line, third, just like it shows in the text file. But there's an easier way to do this, to go through and loop through each individual line. So what we can do is for x in opener dot read lines, we can print x. So we're looping through every single line from the text file that we opened with this open function and the variable we named opener. And now if we run this, we can see that each one gets printed in its own. Right? It's kind of hard to see. I got too much text going on. But if we scroll up a little bit, we see this is text on the first line, this is text on the second line, third, fourth, and the end. And then one thing I should mention after all of this, it's really good practice after you are done with the file, is to do opener.close. And this just closes the file that you then, or before had opened. So if you have it opened and then some other program down the line wants to use it and you still have it opened even though you're not using it, the other program will be able to access certain files, right? So yeah, that's the basics of how to read from a text file in Python. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one.